Charlie Kirk's wife is now seizing on the opportunity to sue. Like, bruh, it's like, I'm so over all these people. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's getting on my nerves. It's exhausting keeping up with this. Hold on, zoom out a little bit. The Kirk family and Turning Point USA are preparing defamation lawsuits against media outlets and figures who smeared Charlie Kirk after his assassination. TPUSA spokeswoman Andrew Colvitz said on a podcast with Scott Jennings, "We're seeing it all and logging it all. We have good lawyers." Bro, they're going to try to milk this until they can't milk it anymore. But I got some bad news for them. Yeah, you can't sue people for smearing somebody, quote unquote, posthumously. That's not a thing. Libel, defamation, slander, anything in that category cannot be used to sue someone like if the person has already passed away. Now you can piss somebody off, you can inconvenience the shit out of somebody. And TPUSA got a lot of money. But like what media companies and that lawsuit, by the way, could have something to do with why they suspended Jimmy Fallon. Could be, who knows? But it's not a thing. Now, there is an exception to that. If the person is connected to a business and the business could be hurt financially because of the smearing, but even that, there's a tight width. It's like the bar is high as shit because you have to prove that you have taken a financial hit because of the slander or the libel. But on top of that, you have to be a profitable, like a for-profit business. TPUSA is a nonprofit NGO. So they're blowing smoke. They're just milking it and milking it and milking it. They're engaging in the same exact behavior that they claim Democrats and liberals engage in. You're not going to win this lawsuit. You're just trying to turn the I was feeling bad for Erika Kirk for a good 2 minutes, but I'm starting to feel less and less bad for her because they're lying about your husband. That they're hiding something about his death. The people, more than probably anybody else about what's really going on. And yet you are feeding in to this divisive behavior, this behavior that honestly, Charlie Kirk would be allegedly opposed to. This cancel culture, this woke cancel culture, this SJW culture that Charlie Kirk himself would even be opposed to. So I was feeling bad for her, and now, yes, exactly. She's rich enough. Bitch, you're rich. Y'all are rich as hell. You need more money? Y'all know that TPUSA is going to be cutting a check for her for the rest of her life and her kids' lives. Y'all do know that, right? It was his business. He co-founded the company. We ain't even talking about life insurance. If she wasn't rich before, they damn sure rich now because of course he had life insurance. But y'all don't think that they put in that he didn't put in any clauses to make sure that the profits from his business went to his wife? Of course he did. Charlie Kirk might have played stupid, but he ain't that stupid. Especially if he's openly telling people that he's fearing for his life. So I guess you can't never have enough money though. But like, it's like, so now you're gonna join in? You're gonna join in on using your husband's, not even shit, body still warm, and you out here trying to profit off your husband's death instead of trying to figure out who actually killed him. You know who your husband was. Like, let's be real. I haven't seen really anybody smear. It's like I've seen like people who got maybe a piece of something he said wrong, but the majority of what he said right. This whole idea that they're taking everything out of context. I think the one that's been taken out of context is the thing that's going around about the black women, because he was more specifically talking about Contagious. What's her name? Contagious Brown and Joanne Reed. Like, I mean, but in that he still was basically insulting them and insulting their competence. I mean, he said it. Like, you can agree or not agree, but he said it. So it's like, okay, so they kind of messed up because he was talking about two specific black women in that case, but like, okay, in other cases, you were being very general. And the idea that everything that people have posted about Charlie Kirk is taken out of context is bullshit. And it's bizarre that everybody keeps saying like, yeah, everything is out of context. Like, damn, every single thing this man has ever said has been taken out of context. That's a little bit suspect. Maybe y'all motherfuckers don't understand the context. Maybe y'all people keep saying like, watch the whole podcast. Watch his shows. I'm like, you do know, like, if you actually have ever watched his shows in their entirety, it's worse. It's worse. Like, if you watched his shows and the things that he has said in context, it actually gets worse. It doesn't get better. Like, and then people will point to his debates where because he is a skilled orator. He's very talented as far as convincing people that he believes in civil discourse, but that was not his wheelhouse. Like, he principally engaged in dehumanizing individuals who do not look like him based on lies, conjecture, obfuscation. And when he couldn't get away with any of those things, he would just change the subject. Why are we pretending like that's discourse? That's not discourse. Discourse is a genuine engagement. We're both sharing our facts. We're refuting our facts with facts or logic. Maybe one of us come out with our minds changed, but at least I believe that you're engaging in this conversation in good faith. That is discourse. What Charlie Kirk did was not engaging in discourse. He was not championing discourse. It was gaslighting. He was a professional racist gaslighter. And apparently a liar. Outside of like the stuff that he would lie about involving black people being murdered, but like we're finding out, according to Carlson, this motherfucker did not like Netanyahu, did not like Israel's relationship with the United States, and was appalled by what was happening in Gaza. If that is true, that means he has been lying for 2 years about how he felt about what was happening in Gaza, even making jokes about the deaths of people happening in Gaza, when in actuality, he didn't support it. If that is true, how can I believe, if I was a Charlie Kirk supporter, anything else that you've ever said? If you would lie about your support for a genocide when you actually don't support it, why wouldn't you lie about anything and everything else? Because we know now your only motivation is money. Like that is your only motivation. It isn't your religion. It isn't America first. It damn sure isn't your integrity. It wasn't discourse. It wasn't the First Amendment and free speech. It wasn't debate. It wasn't none of that. It was money. That's it. But y'all want to sue for what? People are getting fired for what? And by the way, there are already lawsuits. There was a lawyer in South Carolina that already came out and said there are 6 people who called him about doing a lawsuit against people that fired them over this Charlie Kirk bullshit, and he is going to pursue them. There are multiple lawyers across the country already getting the phone calls. I told y'all it was coming. People are like, nah, that's not gonna. So yes, it is. It won't be a massive, like 30, 50, like it would be like groups here because it depends on where they got fired from and all that good stuff. Right? Public sector, private sector, et cetera, like, but there will be class action lawsuits, and they will be probably won easily because I don't know where people are getting this at will shit from. Like, yes, the US is an at will hiring like country, but you do know the catch to that is that if you fire someone for what they say, if they are actually criticizing someone for discussing or dehumanizing or attacking a protected class, that at-will firing shit goes out the window. For all my social media attorneys out there, that's why there are, I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but there are unemployment risk management companies to make sure that companies don't fire people over stupid shit like social media posts, because they know it could come back and bite you in the ass. There are companies that are dedicated to make sure that businesses don't make dumb decisions like that. It's just that in times like these, oftentimes those companies, those unemployment risk management companies, are ignored, and the company is taking a hit because of the PR. But it's going to come back and bite them in the ass. But if you are defending a protected class, like, you can't be fired for that. That, as in most cases. And most people's criticisms of Charlie Kirk are because of what? Either the genocide that he is supporting, right? Oh yeah, incitement of violence also. Like, if you're criticizing somebody because of incitement of violence, like, that's also an exception. But also, principally, because of the shit that he said about black people specifically. They like, we don't like him because he dehumanized black people, period. You cannot be fired for saying that, even if the person is dead. So like I was saying, and I have said, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of lawsuits. And those settlements are gonna be handed out quietly. Because they always knew, like, the companies that fire these people know the consequences of their actions. They know. But it doesn't matter because it's about PR and the immediate backlash, et cetera, et cetera. And these politicians putting pressure on them and them not wanting to deal with the drama. So they made the easy decision instead of the right ones. And now they're going to face consequences for it. Those lawsuits are going to be won. What Erika and TPUSA are doing, no. And y'all can put money on that. Y'all can quote me. That shit's stupid. Anyway, with that being said, everybody, appreciate you guys for tuning into this live stream segment of For the People Podcast. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you subscribe. If you want to support the show, you can donate on Patreon at the link in the description. You can become a premium subscriber and by clicking on the link in the description as well. But also, obviously, just sharing the video. If you're watching from X, come over to YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Help us hit 1 million subscribers. We can do it. Because, Lord, baby Jesus, we just need some people out here to tell the truth that doesn't take a bunch of Zionist funding to lie about supporting genocide that they don't actually support. Yeah. Because that's fucking wild. That's crazy. Because those are the people that got to get 1 million subscribers, or you got to sell your own race out and then flip the script, or be a Zionist and then flip the script, or genocide and then flip the script, or be a liberal and then flip the script, or fake to be a conservative and then flip. I'm not trying to do all that, y'all. I'm just trying to keep it honest, keep it 100, keep it a buck, and tell the truth.